Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. Welcome, quilters. Oh, wait. I think I have a phone call. I think some of you remember that from a previous time. Welcome to the Firehouse Event Center. This was our old volunteer fire department many, many years ago. And the upper deck was actually a residential area where one of the firemen's families lived. There was a bell in the building, and if there was a fire, they would ring the bell, ding, 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 and that meant the fire was on 23rd Avenue. And so you didn't know where on 23rd Avenue. You just went down 23rd and looked for the building that was burning. So yeah, very, very nice. But the Cooper administration did a wonderful job making this into an event facility, and it's very popular. It's reasonably priced, and people have anniversary parties here, birthday parties, and things like that. So very nice. Of course, we're all really excited about our second. What do you call it?
North Shore Quilt Trail.
Well, the plaque. Short-term is
Public art installation.
Art installation. Oh, some of you know the art installation. When we originally went to the historic district and asked for the art to be placed on the building as a sign, they rejected it because it didn't meet the sign qualifications. But subsequently I learned that they had no authority over art. So I think in our emails we finally got to, it's not a sign, it's art. But we're really excited about it. We're going to go out there in a few minutes and unveil it. We actually have I now have another location for one. Trace beautification project that we're doing just behind Lola. When we get that screening put in, it'll have indentions or something there for art. And the focus of that one will be the old train depot and the railroad cars. So it's got something to work with there. So anyway, happy y'all are here. Happy to have this addition to our city. Happy to have this nice spread. Councilman Perrette, you want to come up and say a few words? Councilman Large Perrette.
Thank you. Well, he needs it. Now that I won, I'm trying to lose a little weight. I am the president of the Covington Heritage Foundation and president of the council, and I could not be more thrilled to be here. When Sarada had first mentioned it, I thought to myself, you know, the mission statement of the Covington Heritage Foundation is culture, character, and community. And so I tried to figure out how this was going to work out. And as I was telling Mary, I said, I learned a little something in it. I did some research, and the fastest growing grassroots art movement in the United States is the quilt trail. So you are cutting edge. And that's pretty cool. Me and the mayor have a saying when we do things like this, if we like it, we say, pretty cool. And this is pretty cool. And so I just want to say thank you. It's a great partnership, and let's do more of it. Engine number 1's here, so you know it's a big deal.
I can't thank you enough for Mayor Mark for believing in our project, and Mark Perrette and the Covington Heritage Foundation for their financial support in the project, also believing in us. And Sarada, you're around here. We can't wave your hands so everyone knows who you are. We cannot thank you enough because she fielded all of our questions. She actually stored the sign for us in her office. Not the sign, excuse me, the art installation. I'm guilty too. But thank you so much for all your work, and to Kim, if you'll. Zavia, who did the design and the painting to make it all come to fruition. I can't wait for the unveiling for everyone to see how beautiful it is. And she is going to she's going to speak after me, and we're also going to, she's going to talk a little bit about the artwork. I just want to, most of the ladies in here are part of Ozone Layers Quilt Guild. We're 37 years old. We were founded in Covington, first meeting at the Art Association, and it was really to share a common love of the art of quilting. In the 80s was a huge revival of the art of quilting in the United States. But most of all, we get together, we fellowship, we have fun. We are 50 members strong now, and I would like to ask for, we do have several ladies here today who are part of the charter members. If y'all would come up for a photo opportunity, please. And that would be Diana, Katie, Janie, Nancy. So I think this is a nice photo op.
Janie and I started
Yes.
37 years ago.
And so these are the original, 4 of the original founding members of our guild. And we're still going strong today.
All right. I'm holding my breath, please. Thank you.
One of the things that we've done is, not yet. We were founded to share the art of quilting, but one of the things that this organization has done is we've made hundreds of quilts throughout the year, as well as other items, and donated them to charities across St. Tammany. I'm proud to say we have members from 5 different parishes right now across South Louisiana, and we continue to promote charitable causes. And the name of the art installation is Layers of Comfort and Service. We selected that name because we really feel like it represents what the fire department does, as well as what our organization does. And I'd like to ask Tony Maggio, Ann Sarpy, and the Public Outreach Committee to come up. Tony and Ann really spearheaded so much of this project, and I can't thank them enough for doing that. And do you have any committee here?
Yes, where's my committee?
Okay,
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. And because we'd like to present the fire department with a little something for, so we can have, Kim, if you'd like to come up with it. So when I first started with Ozone Layers, we used to make levamals for the fire department, so we decided to make bears. And so this is a small representation of the bears that the fire department will receive. I believe there's 117 bears to be given to children. I mean, when they're stressed or in need, that it would be something that they could love and hug. And so we really appreciate what you do. Thank you. Okay, Kim. And thank you to all the members who came today, and friends and family, and the wonderful spread. When we asked for snacks, we get snacks.
Thank you for inviting me today because, you know, this is a great occasion because Covington is back in the norm. I wanted to thank Sarada especially because she wrote my check. And the Cultural Heritage Foundation, as well as the Ozone. The Ozone ladies and I go back 8 years. 8 years ago, Ann Sarpy calls and says, we have this great idea. We want to do a quilt block to go on your quilt trail. And so you have to come over and talk to us. And I said, okay, great. So I gave them the whole presentation, and they came up with a design, and they put it to a committee, and the committee said, it looks great, bud. And then they changed it a couple of times. And then it finally, 8 years later, it's finally here. You know, that's really, really great. That's wonderful. about this whole function today is you have in your midst the person that began the quilt trail 11 years ago, Miss Ann, right there, Miss Ann Udra, and she just came to find me, just a regular old painter. I'm not a quilter, I'm sorry. And she said, I just been traveling all over in North Carolina and I keep seeing these quilt blocks, and why don't we have a quilt trail in Louisiana? And I said, sure, let's do it. And I said, what is it? When she mentioned paint, I said, okay, I'm in good shape. I'll do that. So we started with just 5 boards and 5 people on our board, and we now are up to.
Was that 23rd or 22nd?
And we were able. Now we're up to about 136 blocks. 75% of them were in Tangipahoa Parish, so you need to get busy. Really glad. Yes. And just so you'll know, I'm not just for Ponchatoula, married to just the mayor of Ponchatoula. As of 5 weeks ago, he's no longer mayor. He was mayor 20 years. And now he's a very happy man. Zab and his engineering firm was the city engineer for Covington for 4 years. But it also, my connection with Covington goes way back to my godparents, Doug Hendry, Olive Champagne, and that whole bunch, and that crazy Stevie Hendry. Oh my Lord. But, and Tammy. But anyway, I just want to thank you. Thank you for asking me to do the block. Thank you again, Sarada. It was very sweet of you. And to keep it. Okay. Mark said, okay, Sarada, write the check.
There's a lot of work to do. I don't know. Thank you. All right, who's next?
It's time to unveil.
It's time.
3, 2, 1.
Just so you know what all these things are, this, I think all of you in your beautiful teal shirts will know exactly what this is. This is the symbol for the pine tree, and the symbol in addition for the pine tree. The actual triangle, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Ann, is the oldest quilt pattern in Louisiana with the triangle because it goes back to the Native Americans. The old tiny fire truck and the old hats and the ladders and the hose are all there. So anyway, and we want it to be bright colors because quilts are in bright colors. Oh, and this is fire.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then what about?
My dimples are starting to hurt.
Let's bring Miss A.
Yeah, we have to make a little cloth for it to be attached. There's so many of them. Is there an official for the? I hope you get the right size. She's got a program. Okay, we're good. We're good, ladies. Thank you. I also think the fire truck. Yes. Okay. All right, let's everyone go in for refreshments now. 8 years, absolutely.
I take them with me everywhere I go.
I'm the big, yeah, I graduated.